Okay, so today we are starting a new subsection that is to build trust, practice faithfulness. To build trust, how we need to do, what we need to do, that we are going to read today. So let me take the initiative, and it's about our high school pastor at North Point has done this better than anyone I have ever met. When Darren Youngstrom stepped into his job, he had a hill to climb because the entire staff had turned over. Many volunteers and students quit attending after losing the connection to the former leader. Darren's first year on the job looked like failure after failure after failure. Every month, the dashboard of metrics we used to measure growth was telling a sad tale. A few of our more senior leaders felt like it was unrecoverable. They questioned whether he was cut out for the job. I have noticed that too often when things are not going well for someone, our instinct is to look for more weakness in that person to justify the judgment we have made in our minds. This is so true. And this generally we do this. This is a normal human tendency. We look for more weakness in that person to justify that we are right. Unfortunately, it just makes matter worse and makes it even more difficult to turn the momentum around. However, I have watched Darren turn it around. It didn't happen overnight, but slowly. He started winning others over through his faithfulness. I watched him pick up tasks that no one else wanted to pick up. This is one of the key things that he has done. I watched him pick up tasks that no one else wanted to pick. He volunteered for weddings, funerals, baptism, and tricky pastoral situations that many people dodge. He consistently delivered strong leadership in some difficult situations, and soon, this is the key, consistently delivered strong leadership in difficult situations. Easy situation anyone can do, and the credit also not much. But if someone is able to deliver in difficult situation and not only deliver but shows the leadership, strong leadership, then obviously this department he was responsible for began to grow, and everyone also noticed. Volunteers started to buy in, and so did our senior leadership. Over time, his faithfulness built trust. Over time, it takes time, and we need to bring up disagreements when emotions are low. When emotions are low, that time we need to bring up the disagreement. This is one of my favorite point, and I always suggest the same thing, that when the emotions are high, that time how, even if we are talking so apt, so logical, that will not be heard or understood by the other person because the emotions will overpower, and we will think that how insane the other person could be. But it is not about the person is insane. It is just that the emotions that overpower the other person, or maybe sometimes to us. So this is so true. We need to bring up if there is any disagreement when the emotions are low. Jenny and I have learned that the best time to teach our kids how to obey is when the emotions are low. Oh, nice. So even the same thing should be applied to our children. The best time to teach our kids how to obey is when the emotions are low and consequence for disobedience are small. Even though they will not obey, consequences are minimal. When the tensions are high, like when we are rushing to get out of the door or we are stressed for a long day, that is not the best time to teach a child why obedience is so important. When it's Saturday afternoon, one of those rare moments when life is on chill mode, we will have obedience practice. Hey Lucy, let's practice. Show me how you can go put your shoes where they should go. And then when she does it, we dance like Timberlake just asked us to be in the tennis kids. I would not try obedience practice with your boss, but I do find it helpful to employ a similar idea. To employ a similar idea when emotions are low and we are speaking in hypotheticals, I have found it helpful to ask my boss this simple question. Hey, this rarely happens, but I am sure it will. This is very empowering, in fact. So, what he says, when emotions are low and we are speaking in the hypotheticals, I have found it helpful to ask my boss this simple question. Hey, this rarely happens, but I am sure it will. When I disagree with something I see, what's the best way to bring that up with you? We are only asking. It's amazing how disarming that question can be. Most people are aware that every human being is going to disagree with something from time to time. This question signals to your boss that you are thinking about those times when you do have something you would like to challenge. You have already asked for permission and agreed upon the best way to handle that and agree upon the best way to handle that. So one of you just now, Ramesh also joined. Welcome Ramesh, welcome back.
Not like any question.
So one of you can take up from here.
Yeah, may I?
Yeah, please.
Ramesh, you are doing?
No, you take it. I thought you already did.
Okay. Champion publicly, challenge privately. Over and over again, I have made the mistake of challenging the status quo in the wrong context and sabotaging my future ability to create change. Again, put yourself in your boss' shoes when you are at your worst and someone questions or challenges you publicly. How does it make you feel? Embarrassed, incompetent, inadequate? What does it do to the relationship with that person? It plants seeds of doubt that you can't trust him, that she is not for you, that she may even be out for your job. The opposite is true when others champions us publicly. We feel built up, believed in, and pushed forward because of the public affirmation. It is the conversation. Where is the light? I missed it. Now, can you highlight, Bikashi?
Yeah, even I was checking. It is the conversation.
I think you scrolled up a little fast.
I think yes. No. Okay, let's start from this one you completed, no? It plants seed of doubt.
Yes, yes.
Then let's start from here. The opposite is true.
Okay. The opposite is true when other champions us publicly. We feel built up, believed in, and pushed forward because of a public affirmation. It is powerful and sure. If we were more secure, we could handle anyone at any time, confronting or challenging what we have built. But we are not all that secure. We are all fragile in different ways. Choosing to champion your boss publicly is always a win. It builds a strong bridge which can then handle the weight of challenging up. When you are ready to have that challenging conversation, the environment where you talk is also important. If you have put in the time, built trust with your boss, and championed him publicly, you might be able to challenge him in real time as something comes up or in a meeting with others. Most often, though, the conversation needs some blocked off, dedicated personal time. In our organization, managers are expected to have routines, one on ones with their team members. If you don't have a regular one on one with your boss, maybe it means you need to request a time for the two of you to sit down and talk. The more challenging the conversation, the more private it should be. Challenge privately, champion publicly. Do not confuse these two. Though they sound similar, very little does more to damage a relationship than confusing them.
Thank you. Yeah, Ramesh, you want to take it up? Though we are almost close to 2, but let's do some. Yeah.
Your posture. Another essential ingredient when you challenge up is your posture. Sit up. Sit straight. Your physical posture is defined as the way your body is positioned when you're sitting or standing. If you haven't seen Amy Cuddy's TED Talk entitled Your Body Language Shapes Who You Are, you need to see it. It's fascinating and quite hilarious as well. Though your physical posture is important, when I talk about posture of a leader, I'm thinking about your non-physical posture. How do you position yourself? How do you carry yourself? Your physical posture is important, but your non-physical posture or emotional posture is just as important, if not more so. Your emotional posture is determined by the thoughts and feelings you allow yourself to have towards yourself and your boss. Nothing affects your posture more than what you tell yourself and about your manager. Choose to trust your boss. If you constantly dwell on how frustrated you are, you will go into your meetings feeling closed and negative. Those negative emotions, feelings, and thoughts will naturally leak out in what you say. And even if you guard your words, your boss will likely pick up on your non-verbal cues. For more on this, Marcus Buckingham's chapter from the One Thing You Need to Know about great managing, great leading, and sustained individual success is a must-read. Buckingham argues that the most common behavior in every great marriage is the decision to believe the best about the other person. He summarizes his advice with this directive. Find out the most generous explanation for each other's behavior and believe it. This insight is congruent with what Paul says in chapter 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7 about love. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Very little will influence your posture towards your boss more than choosing to trust your boss.
Okay, let's complete this.
Yeah. Trusting your boss has your best interest in mind is a choice. Unless you've seen mounds of evidence that your boss is unworthy, you must choose to trust. If your trust is broken, talk to somebody about how you are feeling and seek advice on how to respond. Otherwise, choose to trust your boss. It will not help your boss. It will not only help your boss, it will help you as well. And choosing to trust your boss builds trust with your boss. You felt this yourself if you've had someone report to you. This is also one of the most interesting truths of parenting. When you trust your kids feel trusted. When they feel trusted, they make better decisions to keep that trust. When they make better decisions, you trust them more. It's a spiral of positivity.
Very true.
In fact, this is what you told me, because I remember when I told you about those that person behind our site who
Hmm.
was building an illegal house
Hmm.
building. You said
Hmm.
just keep him in your drishti, like he's the best version of himself. You see him like he is really improving ethically. He intends to do good, and then you
Hmm.
speak to him. It makes a big difference, and I really it did work that day. If you remember when I was, when we were all talking to him,
Right, right.
my wife and the contractor, everybody were there.
Hmm.
The moment I got a phone call, I got distracted. They started fighting, and quickly when I got back to the conversation with that drishti, that no,
Hmm.
whatever happens, he's a good human being, and the best will come out of him.
Yeah,
Quickly we dismantled the argument, and it became a conversation again. It really
yeah.
makes a difference.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing. Very practical example, and it works
Hmm.
every time actually.
Very much, very powerfully.
Sometimes it doesn't work. That means that we need to put a little more effort in doing the same. Instead
Yeah.
of losing the faith that no, it doesn't work, and let me do in the usual way of doing it wrongly. We should actually put little more effort in that and see that how best is my trust level, how best is my attempt in taking the things positively, and then automatically the spiral loop automatically kicks in, and
Yeah.
the other person has to automatically respond in the same way or even better way.
In fact, what he says over here that your negative thoughts will have an impact on your body language or subtle cues. I think one thing that is he's not fully highlighting is that actually at a subtle level, prana shakti affects the other person. When you have negative thoughts, those thoughts start reflecting in the other person's hearts. So they won't know why, but they will also be there, feeling negatively. And that is
Yes.
when, if it's a boss, it's not a good idea. It'll have a bad impact on you.
And he talks about the non-physical or emotional posture as well. That is
Yeah.
also equally important.
That's what. Correct. Emotional posture. That is not non-visible.
So that is what actually gives this example. No? There actually it plays a bigger role. How? Because the thought that you are creating for the other person, that creates the emotional posture that you have. Is
Yeah.
it straight or is it like twisted, cluttered? So if we see the other person as a soul, pure soul,
Yeah.
who doesn't have any ill intention to harm us, but he is talking from his point of view, and let me try to understand his point of view as well, and see that how we both can reach to a best solution in between, right? Then it helps a lot. The other person also automatically gets our emotional posture and tries to pacify. He or she will automatically. This also works in our relationship, the family relationship also. The more we
Mm.
understand and trust our spouse as well as our kids, they will also respond equally. It may take time based on the rapport that we have already built. If we have already have a good rapport, then it will instantly work. Like sometimes we see that okay, for one maybe spouse or child, it may be either. For one it is working, for another one it might not be working at the first time. That means we have put less time and energy to build the rapport with that particular being. It is not that it is
Yeah.
no more possible to make up or to create a better rapport and to bring that person also in alignment. It is possible, quite possible, just that we need to put little more effort in that. We need to give more time. Time and energy is something which
Mm.
creates the deeper bond.
And
And
also, I
Great.
think it also depends on the prarabdha.
yeah,
Prarabdha, no? Also.
prarabdha is also there. Yes, when the things still not works, then that times we need to understand. For understanding and accepting purpose, prarabdha is a very good weapon or
Yeah.
instrument, but that should not create a barrier in us in putting effort. Effort
Correct.
is always should be given the more priority, and
Yeah.
to take us to acceptance mode, prarabdha karma. That logic is true also, but that logic should be used, which is already happened. For the past,
Yeah.
we use prarabdha. For
Correct.
the present, we use our purusarth. Purusarth and prarabdha, like he says, no, this publicly and privately, champion and
Correct.
challenge. Similarly,
Yeah.
purusarth and prarabdha, PP, it sounds a little similar, but the thin layer is there. When to use which one? If we are
Yeah.
using rightly, then we can fly anything. Anywhere actually we will deal in the best possible manner.
And also, if you're talking to a boss privately, we have to be clear that it is only private. It will not be discussed with others.
Means automatically the trust comes.
Yeah.
Some
Correct.
the trust actually builds up to such an extent that he or she will. If there is a trust, then you need not to explicitly mention.
Yeah, you don't have to correct. Yes.
So we need to build that, and it is equally true for our subordinates also. When we are in the boss position, okay, be in family or be in an organization, we should not challenge publicly. We should champion publicly, means praise publicly, but what need to be corrected, that need to be corrected in privately.
Yeah.
Then the person will not be offended and the ego will not come into picture. Otherwise, the
Yeah.
ego sometimes try to create a barrier
Yeah.
and
Correct.
the message will not reach.
Yeah.
Same happens with our children also. That if we
Yeah.
appreciate them publicly, then they feel
Mm.
very good. And even if they don't follow the thing, they will follow, I think.
Yes, they follow.
Yeah.
Just whatever you want them to follow, no? Try to
Yes.
appreciate a little tiny bit of them. Even if you see a little tiny bit of them doing that or following that, appreciate that more and more and more. And their subconscious mind will catch that and they understand because everyone likes to be appreciated. So that is a human nature. So to
Yeah.
get it more, they will
My
try.
younger daughter, she didn't like mathematics when she was young. But I mostly used to praise her that you are very good, just you need little practice. Otherwise, you pick up the concepts very easily. I used to praise her, and now the time is many years have passed, and now the thing is that mathematics is her favorite subject.
Oh,
Wow, amazing.
how old is she?
And now she is 14 years.
And the older one?
The older is she is doing job in Bombay, JP Morgan, computer engineer.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
Hmm.
Great then.
Yeah, I've seen that with my son also. That I know I always sometimes if I get very upset, I use the technique where I literally think, challenge in public also, but very rarely I use it. Normally, I'll be championing him in public, and sometimes it maybe his ego gets boosted because he's a high achiever, a child prodigy type. He's got about 14 medals, international Olympiad. So sometimes he starts talking in the middle, So at that time I have to tune him down, but otherwise, yeah, this really works very well with him.
Yeah, we should balance it again. It should not
Yeah,
be.
balance is must. Yes, very true.
Yeah,
Otherwise, children will think
correct.
that okay, they are the boss and they can. No one is better than them, and they will try
Yeah,
to be arrogant. This ego should not be.
get
It should
boosted.
not
Yeah,
reach to the arrogance.
yeah,
Otherwise, the character will go. So that
yeah.
is
That's what.
very nice that you are balancing also.
Yeah, he's very sensible. That just one hint and then he'll get it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then it's really nice discussion and see you again on Monday.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
Bikash. Thank you, Sumanji.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vikashji and Praveshji. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Thank you. And wish you both a belated happy Guru Purnima.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
and same to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Actually, yesterday
Thank you.
we were in the trip. No, I could not give any entries. By the time we came back to Bangalore, it was 8:30. I was exhausted.
Yeah,
But
I
it
could
was
sense that
nice.
actually I wanted to have a small conversation. But I could sense
Hmm.
that you are very tired, so I thought, let me park it for today. I will call you maybe
Yeah.
something
In
I
fact,
have.
sometime if all of us in Bangalore, we could meet and go there also. So it's just 140 kilometers from Bangalore. But what a beautiful, dramatic! It is like a little hill in the middle of plains, huge rocks, and there's dramatic triangular gaps there. And it's actually a very beautiful place to meditate because the energies, it seems, long back sages used to meditate there and even make medicine. The water, there's even one tree when you eat it, really improves your health. There's one tree for Vastu as well, things like that. So it is very
But
unusual
with your
place.
family, when you go, then hardly you will get opportunity to meditate.
Yeah, you won't get, no, not with family. I think if we all should go as a group.
Yeah. Similar mind, people with having similar mindset may actually plan, and
Hmm.
then we can actually have the enjoyment of that place in a different manner.
Yes, yes. It's open to everybody. You can go, and the people are developing it now. Big steps have been built, and one temple is being built also.
Hmm.
But many
Towards
places are
Andhra,
under the
no?
rocks.
Towards
In
Andhra, 140 kilometers from Bangalore towards Andhra.
exactly, it's near Bagepalli.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still in Karnataka, but people speak more Telugu there, I think.
Yes, towards that Sadhguru's rock valley also. What is it? What is the name? I
No,
forgot.
we go on Ballari Road,
Ballari
uh,
Road.
past the airport. Yeah, that same road,
Yeah,
Hyderabad
yeah.
Road, and then
Yeah.
you
So
take a
that
right
side
turn.
only this Sadhguru's thing is also situated, no? Chick,
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. Okay,
hmm. And
okay.
there is another famous place in that route only, that is called one big eagle side. One big eagle is made up of a stone, single stone. I think it's Asia's biggest or something like that. Asia's biggest
Uh-huh.
single stone eagle.
Oh, I
Hmm.
didn't know this. Okay,
Very near to that place. Might have missed it. You could have.
maybe.
Next time you let me know. I'll tell you. We can cover that also. Nearby
Right.
place.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
Prakash Chan Sumanji. Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah. Om Shanti. God
Om
bless.
Shanti.